Welcome to another installment of the Underground Lounge. I am Lou, that's Spank. I smoke, he drink. And in the lounge today with us is none other than my brother that's half of the Effective Immediately pod that just launched this June with his co-host, Miss Genevieve. Mr. DJ Hed is in the lounge today. Let's give DJ Hed some love. First things first, sad to announce that Irv Gotti has passed away. Yeah. Long, legendary, iconic life.
R.I.P.
Titan in the hip-hop community, Titan in culture in general. The things that he was able to accomplish over his life and to do for the culture to push it forward should and will be celebrated. So from the lounge, sending our thoughts and prayers to his family and his friends.
Sure.
Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. And DJ Hed, I wanna ask you first things first, man. What was your impressions of being in the business and Irv Gotti and his contributions to it?
Man, I started I'm a gamer, right? So like I was, before I could afford a PC, I was going to the PC cafes and playing like a game called Counter-Strike. This before the white people invented Call of Duty. So before they invented Call of Duty, we was playing Counter-Strike. Shout out to them Caucasians too. But they
it's Black History Month, you can say that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Black
I
History
didn't give it a proper due.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, we was playing the game and we started a whole thing and we used the ink as part of our gamer tag. And it was because of the run Murder Inc. was happening.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it was before I discovered Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
But
I'm afraid of what he gonna say.
He already said it. He already said some shit.
I'm late. What happened?
No, I ain't finna.
Yeah, let's not even.
I'm gonna read this DJ Hed Fun Facts that that Spank has ready. His name is Aaron Drake Jr. That's true. From Carson. That's true.
Okay.
Nationally syndicated radio show and podcast, Effective Immediately with Gina Views. That's true. Mm-hmm. I'm actually the second. There's only been 2 DJs for the BET Hip Hop Award ciphers. Primo, shout out to DJ Premier, the OG legend, and me. That's true.
Wow. Okay.
Co-founded Homegrown Radio with Chuck Dizzle. That's true. Toured with K-Dot and Lil Wayne and all that. That stuff is true. Been on the road. Snoop. Yep. And I mentor DJs. Now what you gonna talk about, Spank?
Come on now.
See, look, that's why I'm in charge of this one. I'm in the captain seat on this one.
I am the captain now. Yeah.
But I wanna start with your pod, Effective Immediately, because I seen on your page when y'all having a conversation, y'all were having a discussion, and you said media is in dire need of an overhaul. Yeah. And I feel the same way about sports media as well. Like I think in sports media we getting in a space where very shock jock vibes. Yeah. It's not a lot of celebrating the greatness anymore. Not a lot of balance in those conversations. Expand on what you meant. Like it needs an overhaul.
Well, so the current state of hip hop media is, to me, I'll tell you the truth. We look at it like a circus because a circus is full of clowns, right?
Okay. DJ Academics?
Hey, more power to them. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to the circus, you expect to see clowns.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe that that's how people view hip hop media now. They expect to see clowns. They expect to see what we call a coonery, or they expect to see the monetization and the detriment of our culture, right? And I just think that we need an overhaul. And so I was like, to be honest with you, I was at iHeart. So I was on. I got hired at iHeart. I was on Real 92.3 FM here in LA. And I was there. I worked on Big Boy's show for 3 years, and then they gave me the night show, and I did nights for 4 years. I was there for 7 years total. And when I left, everybody's calling me stupid, whatever. But I literally took like 2 years. I took 2 years where I didn't do anything. I wasn't doing content. I wasn't doing radio. I'm like, all right, they got it. You know, because when you doing it, people got shit to say.
Right.
Like, DJ Hed don't put nobody on. He don't look out. That's not true. I've broken records. I've done my part, right? But then I decided to remove myself and let me see what happens. Let me just see. And then it was just nothing. And shout out to my dude Dame from the Bay. Shout out to the boy Dame. he called me out one time. I ain't gonna lie. He called me out. Like I'm at the house and I'm just on the Call of Duty, and he said, I actually wrote it down and put it in my book, but he said, nigga, you at the house being Bruce Wayne, nigga, and the city need Batman. Suit up, nigga.
So you had to pop back out.
Yeah, he's like, nigga, you got to suit up. Like, I'm just like, man, they don't, like, I was emotional. Like, they don't appreciate me. I was on my light skin, Toronto shit. So I was like, I was like, not like that.
Not like that.
We got you, bro.
Not like that.
Listen, we got shit.
This is what I've heard. No, I like the music. It'd be like moody and stuff.
Okay.
Like it's when you hear like the science.
Right. I got you.
So, yeah. So I was like, I was being a little emotional, and I was like, they don't appreciate me, and then I was like, fucking, get out your fields, nigga, like get in the games, and that's why I decided to, jump back in. I put in the call to Sway, and he was like, come on home, let's do it. And then Gina was obviously, I've been helping and trying to groom and I can't use that word no more, huh?
Yeah, you can't use groom no more.
Okay.
Yeah, groom is a.
I've been coaching and mentoring Gina
Mentoring, there we go.
about 5 years
yeah.
or so, and trying to get her like ready to do the thing on a real national level, and then we pulled the trigger on that. So that was kind of like my thought process, I guess. Long story short.
Yeah,
Short story long.
A lot can be said about DJing as well, man. Like in media, if you got a camera, if you got a microphone, you can also have a platform that comes with that. In DJing, now you starting to see people that pick up CD DJs, and they can decide that they want to be DJs, and they actually getting booked at rates that's way severe less than the reputable DJs in the game. How you feel like something that you've poured your heart and soul into, how did it get so watered down to the place where it is now? Where it's almost like it's better to be infamous than to be actually famous.
That's a very profound statement there, Lou.
I do my shit, man.
Yeah. I see you cooking.
Oh, yeah.
So you're supposed to take that towards him, not to me. I'm the bullshitter. I don't be talking about that.
I can see that. I can see that. There's a record called Peekaboo that you might like.
Oh, I love that record.
Yeah.
I love that record. Yeah. Shout out to Gen X. Come on now.
What the interesting part about that is I was around. I've been around for a long time. Like I'm 41 now, right? And them people who hide their age is weird to me. Like when people are like, oh, don't tell my age. Like, nigga, you been here for how many years? It's like math, right? So because I'm 41, I've been through different iterations and ages of, I'll carry crates. You know what I'm saying? Then I graduated to the laptop and all that kind of shit. So I have a different respect for it. I wouldn't even allow people to call me DJ Hed until like I felt like I earned the title of a DJ. I learned the mechanics of DJ. I apprenticed DJ Khaled and DJ Dents, who DJ for the Clippers now, and these were my big homies. You know what I'm saying? And they mentored me. And so when I see people just take advantage of it, it bothers me, but not as much as it would anymore, because if this gonna sound fucked up, I don't mean it to be fucked up.
No, we know you do, but good.
I don't.
All right.
I really don't.
It gets the people going, DJ. It gets
I don't
the
have
people
any
going.
malicious intent towards anyone.
Okay.
But I realized something, the more I matured and the more I gained spiritual enlightenment, I realized that people live up to the potential in which their capacity. They can't go beyond the threshold of what they actually have.
Facts.
So if you become a DJ for the purpose of making money, or it's a quick flip, the same way people get into music, or people like think they finna hoop their way in the park up to the league, but they only hoop on the weekends. Like that ain't gonna they ain't gonna get it, right? I know stand-ups who literally go to they scout, they go to the clubs, they go to the spots, the chilling circuit, and they steal jokes. And they just remix the joke. Instead of it being a nigga, it'd be a woman, like, you know. And it's like, that ain't gonna work. So I don't feel any way about it no more, because it's not authentic. And anything inauthentic automatically gets disavowed and goes to Australia.
Right. And I see you working. I'm trying to.
How many shots so far? It's been
That's
two.
two.
2 shots?
That's two.
I'm not taking any shots.
You ain't taking no shots? Okay.
No, that's where, like, if you remember, like, the Aborigines, right?
This nigga, I see. All right, fuck these notes. I
No, Australia was used Australia was used as a castaway place.
Yes.
Not taking anything away. I love like the people there. You know, that people that are authentically an indigenous people. But I'm just saying the initial purpose was to cast away.
Yeah.
It was a geographical historical reference.
Absolutely. Speaking of geographical references, I seen a conversation. I'm gonna try to keep moving. I saw a conversation, and it was about music, and I'm from ATL by way of Memphis, and so I've always
Shout to that music.
You did what I'm saying. Shout out to music, you
Shout
know.
out to Glow.
But in the South, man, we have a distinct sound. I feel like the West Coast have a distinct sound. East Coast, distinct sound. Everybody had distinct sounds. I don't want to say back in the day, we was talking about our ages, but you can hear a song, hear an artist, know where he's from. Until recently when Kendrick popped back out, you felt that vibe again. Like this is a LA, California, West Coast based album. It sounds like it, feels like it, the visuals line up like it. Do you feel like music is better when it sounds regional? When you can listen to an artist and know where he's from? Do you feel
Absolutely.
like music is in a better place when you can hear that?
When I was coming up and I was listening to Bad Boy, I'm like, that's some New York shit. And when I'm listening, I didn't listen to Wu-Tang like that. I'm not one of them people. Like, I wasn't smart enough for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
You weren't smart enough for the chambers?
M-E-T-H-O-D.
I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. I was a grown. I still don't know what the fuck they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not smart enough.
Shout out to the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, no, like Method Man was one of my favorites, and Method Red, because Red was charismatic. It was like, it was very like flamboyantly boisterous and stuff like that. So I fucked with that, but I liked it because when I listened to certain music, that's how I learned culture from those environments. When Nelly came out, because I'm of that age where I was a Saint Lunatic fan. When they came out, I'm like, this is what's going on in the Midwest. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they doing the chicken head, I learned about that through hip hop.
Right.
I learned about Best I Do or Die through hip hop. My first time on a plane, I'm like, you older, like we didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? Something, just a fun fact about that's people that's not from LA. They think LA is like all this thing, Hollywood and the beaches and the weed. And it's like, bro, my first time going to, well, y'all probably know where this is, but the Fox Hills Mall, the Beverly Center, I was 23 years old, my first time ever stepping foot on those properties.
Wow.
Because I'm from the east side, we don't even go over there.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many hoods I gotta ride the bus through to get over there? Like, I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
But the music taught me about these places. When Biggie got murdered, I didn't even know where that was. Like, he got murdered off Wilshire and Cedar, so I'm like, where the fuck is that at? Like, I didn't know where that was.
Right.
But I learned through culture.
Yeah.
The same thing when I'm learning about like Afro beats and I'm listening to what they talking about, Central C. I didn't know. I mean, I know there's hoods everywhere, but I'm learning about their environments and their culture through the hip hop, through music. And so imagine if Central C came out and he just all on Metro beats.
Right.
And it was just he rapping about Atlanta. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you like?
Right.
Where are you from? Like, what y'all got going on? Teach me about y'all culture. You know what I mean? And I think that's extremely important, and I think that's why music is so microwavable, so everybody just dispose of it because there's nothing tangible, there's no sustenance in it. When your grandma used to get on that stove, your mama get on that stove, and she make that food, that shit sit with you. You gotta sit down for a minute, like, ooh, that was, you know what I'm saying? You go hit that, you know, them fried wing spots and whatnot, that shit, you on the toilet, that shit gone fast. Because, well, if your immune system is working, and I mean, if your digestive system is working properly, if not, get that sea moss. But
hold on, brother, hold on. Just giving shout outs to sea moss.
what? Well, I got a plug if you need that. I take my sea moss and my bitters every day.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, that's how you learn through culture.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you learn through the music, and that's how I learn a lot about different cultures, and I think that's important because when you don't have that, then you have Spank acting like, you know, he an Arizona nigga. Like, nigga, you a Philly nigga. Like,
right.
Like, what's up with you?
And I want to get into the pop out concert because I was in LA when it got announced, when it was at the height of Kendrick and Drake going back and forth. But the music had me so excited. I'm like, bro, I gotta go to the pop out. Like, I gotta go. And then I realized
Well, you would be on a list if you went to the pop out.
Well, yeah, of course I'd have been okay, but I was like, oh, this some gang shit.
No,
That was my point of view. That was my POV.
And you not from LA, people definitely like, hey, don't go to this one.
Yeah.
Watch it on Amazon or whatever it was on. They said watch it on Amazon.
I watched it, and I ended up flying home, and I watched it on Amazon, and I'm glad I did because I watched it like a concert or like a game with my homies.
Yeah.
And we watched it, and because of that, regional rap, I learned about artists like Wale the Sensei. I'd never heard of him before the pop out. I rock to his shit now. Shout out to Wale the Sensei.
Yep.
I learned about what's my man, West Side Boogie, Silent Ride. Had never heard of him before that. These was artists that I never heard of, but I had tapped in after that because they was rocking the stage. I'm like, yo, what's these records? That shit is fire.
So Osama and like all of these people, I think. Thank you. Thank y'all for that. But
you're welcome.
The point. The point is, I live in gratitude, Spank.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Do you know about that?
I know a little bit about it, just a little bit. But I'm gonna speak on the pop out too. I ain't gonna lie. What I like about it, cause I club a lot. I'm in the clubs all the time, so I would hear the West Coast songs, but I never knew who the artist was because you know what I'm saying. Like I watch TV here and there, but not like it got videos like it was back in the day. So when I see the pop out and then I hear the song, I say, oh, that's the shit I be two-stepping to. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it really showed me like, oh no, these guys is on out here. It's just that, is it just regional for all them guys that was on the stage, or you think it's like?
No, so the objective was, and I've been saying this since 2016, I believe, but I'm not. The saying is, I'm not anti anyone. I'm just pro me.
Pro you.
I'm pro us.
Right.
So I now have to be anti Memphis to be pro LA.
Right.
I don't have to be anti Philly to be pro New York.
Right.
A lot of people don't live in a nuanced world where the duality exists, where I can be a fan of Drake and I can be a fan of Kendrick.
Yeah.
That's true. Like that's a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you smiling when you say Drake name though? Why are you smiling?
I like this. I like some of the records.
You like some of the records? Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
like post. Like pre-2024, like the records is good. I fuck with it.
I promise you, we gonna get to all the fun shit.
No, I don't.
I promise we will
that's
get.
not what I'm on. That's not what I'm on. But what I'm saying is, as far from the pop out, it wasn't about F this person, fuck them over there. It wasn't like that was made clear. That was something that was told to me. Like, hey, this is not a F them or F that. This is a pro us, and I want to show the world what we can do.
Right.
And then they gave me a list of people, and I was like, okay, I gotta make this. I got 25 minutes. I gotta get 90,000 niggas on stage
peacefully
in 25 minutes.
Quick, fast.
Because it was just up to me. Like the order, the flow of the show, everything was up to me.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, like I had the most niggas on my show than everybody.
You did.
So it was like, all right, I have to figure this out, and I wanted to make it work. And shout out to the homies, like they made compromises for me to be able to do the job that I was tasked for. I looked at it like, I'm role playing. Like I'm not here. It ain't about me. I'm not trying to make the highlight reel. Right. I got a task to do so that we get a chip. And so that's how I was looking at it. And the homies really pulled through. Like they showed up. I made I don't know who has this footage, but I made a speech at the beginning. I'm like, look, bro, I know we got in a big circle like this. And I just told the homie, because we only had 2 days. We had 1 day of rehearsal and then the show day.
Oh, wow.
That's it. And so it was like, I had to make a miracle happen, and we made it happen. I was just like, look, I know where everybody from, this, that, and the third. Like, ain't nobody really was tripping like that, but nobody knew who else was going to be there.
Right.
So everybody's showing up, looking around, like, who all there text?
Yeah. All we know is Kendrick. That's all we know.
So everybody's looking around. I said, look, bro, I just need a week. If we can all just, I don't know. I don't give a fuck who, what, where, what. If we can all just be from LA for this week.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. I appreciate that. And if y'all not fucking with it, you're more than welcome to leave. No love lost. But I have a job to do.
That's what that was gonna be my next question, because I'm fascinated with LA culture. Again, I'm an ATL nigga, so I'm on the outside looking in, and I've always grew up just admiring West Coast and how they carry themselves, because it's unique. It's unique from everything else. Walk me through some of the intricacies of backstage, getting everything organized, and just the relief when it's over, like we pulled this shit off.
And did y'all invite LeBron on purpose?
I didn't have anything to do with the invite list.
Okay, all right.
I was given 5 tickets.
Wow.
All in.
5. That was you?
No, it was passes. I had a pass.
Right, so who's the other 4 you gave to?
My brother. I gave one to Jeremy. I gave one to my producer who produces my radio show.
Okay.
And I forgot. I think I get my brother too.
Brother too. Okay.
For him and his girl.
Get a plus
my
one.
producer and my co-host.
There you go.
That was it. But yeah. So like the backstage, that was interesting. You know, like because everybody kind of showing up and people. You know what? Let me get a homie's credit. Everybody was like, "Damn, this is real." Because Dot's never done nothing like this before. He's never participated like this before. So this is a unique situation in which every individual was just grateful to be there and be considered for the opportunity to participate. It wasn't
It
about.
was a respect level.
It's a respect level of like, yo, bro, we are honored to be here. And we are not finna fuck this up. Because we know the whole world is looking for us to fuck this up. And so nobody wants to be that person. And so I, hats off to all of the homies and the homegirls that was there that participated because you didn't hear anything. Everybody leaving no one got beat up in the parking lot. There was no fights. Everybody was leaving singing the songs. Like it was love. And that was the purpose. That was what he wanted to show. So if you remember when, cause I talked to him backstage before he went on stage and, that was a temper. He was happy. Like he was, like I'm really like you. He's like you did your shit. Like now we finna show the world like what this is. And so he was like, and then we all found out while he was on stage that he wanted everybody. That wasn't planned.
Oh wow.
We didn't when he brought everybody.
When
on.
everybody,
yeah, we didn't know
Russell
nothing
Westbrook
about
was getting off.
Yeah, he was.
Y'all should have gave gave Russell a microphone. He was getting off.
So Russ and Brian and them, they was over in the cut. I didn't even see them. I saw Russ because Russ, you gonna see him.
Yeah,
he gonna make himself seen.
Of course.
But I didn't even know Brian was there till I saw it was like on blog or something.
Blogs and stuff. Yeah.
I didn't even know.
That's why. Is it true that they were refunding tickets for people that wasn't from California?
I have no knowledge of that.
Yeah, that's
He
just some
answered that
internet
real
shit.
fast, Lou. He answered that. I have no knowledge of that.
Y'all ain't want no Canadian seats in there. Just
I have no knowledge
anything
of that.
that was
I'll
Canadian,
speak
y'all
on what I
sending
know,
that
but
shit back.
Or I'll just tell you, like, I have no problem with saying go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? No problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you either like it's like to me doing media and stuff. It's like more like dealing with women. It's like I'll tell you what you ask me, but if you just be ready for the answer, or I'll say I'm not telling you shit.
Right.
That's a fact.
I will say this. I was always, a West Coast fan just because of growing up. It was NWA, Ice-T, the early years. So but I never was really embedded into LA music until I moved here in 2015. And Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P to Nipsey Hussle, and that's what really made me like, hey, I get it now. I really get it, because before we hear NWA, it was just the commercial music, like what I'm saying. But when I lived there, I got the mixtapes, and I was like, oh no, they got a hell of a sound over here. Okay, yeah. So shots, I'm West Coast a little bit.
And we can touch on Nipsey and his legacy. I wasn't up on Nip. I'll be honest, I wasn't up on Nip, but I got traded to the Houston Rockets. Bobby Brown was on that team, Trevor Ariza, and James Harden.
Yep.
Every flight, it was Nipsey Hussle. Every flight. So by the time I got traded to the Clippers, I was all in.
He was already on.
I was all in. Like now I understand his impact and who he is, because I had met him a couple times before, because I was running around with Meek at that time, and they had developed a relationship. So I used to see him at different events, different spots. And that's where I learned of his impact and what he had did for LA, for his neighborhood, and all of that.
Yeah, no, Nip is one of them people, like, he has an infectious spirit and his aura is contagious. So people who are, the only people that I have seen that don't either get along with him or like him are people who are not authentically themselves internally. And so like, that's something I had to realize about myself, and that's something we talked about. Like we had a commonality where like artificial humans can't really exist in the same spaces that we occupy, because either their spirit won't allow it, or it's like repellent. It's like fake repellent. Yeah. I don't know how else to dictate it, but that's how I look at it. And what the way he moved is always with respect first and everything else second, and that's why everybody respected him.
Sure.
When he passed, do you feel like there was a gap in time where it was quiet for West Coast rap? And this was very much needed, what Kendrick was able to do to bring the West Coast together, put y'all music back in the Fort. I'm Atlanta, we do our thing down there too. But putting, you know, we do.
Let it be known.
We was doing our thing. We was
South
doing.
got something to say. Okay.
And still, because all of the drama, Atlanta nigga is in the middle of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And ATL nigga set up all the plays, by the way. You know, but do you feel like there was a gap in time from Nip's death to Kendrick having the year that he had this year, where it was very much needed for West Coast hip hop?
I don't think that's the gap.
Okay.
I think the gap predates that. The gap is from the documentary when Game came out, 2005-ish. That's the gap.
Till K-Dot came out.
That's the gap.
When Dot was what, 2012, 11?
Dot dropped in 2009.
9?
Well, like that's when he started. Like that's when he came on our show and changed his name. So from there to like now, I guess that's the legacy because he was K-Dot before as a rapper. Then he changed his name to Kendrick Lamar, obviously, and he's like, "This is what I'm doing." So we've always had a presence, but it's never been embraced. And I've literally asked this same question to everybody. I asked Dog about it. I asked Warren about it. I've asked Cube about it. I've asked Big Boy, like, why they don't fuck with us? I asked Sway, like, why don't, not necessarily New York or Atlanta, not nobody specific, but just overall. Generally speaking, people just don't fuck with us.
They fucked with Snoop though, but you just saying West Coast period, like.
They just don't fuck with. I asked 40.
Yeah.
Why they don't fuck with us?
Right.
Was it Death Row?
No.
Death Row scared everybody.
Because for all the people who don't know this, the Bay is 5 hours away from LA.
Absolutely.
That's like when people say.
But you know,
like,
when we say West Coast and LA, they lump all that shit together.
I understand that, but that's like saying like the Griselda niggas is from New York. City.
Right.
Like that's
Buffalo,
not the same thing.
Upstate.
And they will correct you.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We not from Brooklyn or none of that shit. Like we from Buffalo, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like so when you say like if you look at the Bay has been one of the most underrated influential markets in hip hop history. Right? I would argue that the Bay and probably even somewhere like maybe like certain pockets of the South, not Atlanta, Tennessee and like you know, like I think Tennessee and probably maybe like Northern California are like two of the most influential markets, but the most not talked about, underrated markets in hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? Because of the culture that comes from there, the lineage that comes from there. Like if you Nashville and like in Memphis, and then you got in the Bay, you got slang. Just the advent and usage of slang in general comes from the Bay. Then you got drums and sound and mob music and pimping, and then you got Master P. Then you got the lineage. Like it's just so much culture. Tupac and Digital Underground. Like it's just so much shit, bro. So like for me specifically, when that's the gap, because after that we had hyphy movement, right? Hyphy movement, late 2000, going into 2010. I mean mid 2000s, right? So you had hyphy movement. Get a Report Card drop 2006. That took the hyphy movement to a national stage. That's what GNX is doing with our sound now, right? But that's also what YG did when he came with My Crazy Life, right? So, but then Kendrick. So I look at My Good Kid, Mad City, and My Crazy Life as two sides to the same coin. You got the knucklehead that's in the streets doing it, and you got the nigga that's looking out the window at the knuckleheads. Right? So those are two LA perspectives. Most people live the Kendrick life. We just, hey, I don't want no parts of that shit. Y'all niggas finna go flock or whatever.
But you're seeing it every day.
Yeah, but it's part of our. But you coming in the grandma's house with this. So now, like we hear the sirens and you running in the house, or now you finna go take a fade at the park. Like it's all this culture that comes with it, right? So the gap has always been a gap. It's a reoccurring gap that always happens over and over and over again because people just decide to unplug. They just decide to log off. Like, yeah, I'm done with this Cali shit. I'm done with this. You know, I'm just over it, right? Yeah. I also have another theory that I haven't said anything about, but I think it's because people can't dance.
Well, y'all got Crip walking.
No. That's a culture. That's gangbang culture, street urban culture. I'm talking about.
But it's mainstream, so y'all can claim that.
Fuck that. What I'm saying is
dancing, period, like TikTok videos to the songs.
Okay. This is what happened. Simultaneously, people just decide that they don't fuck with us. The other thing that happened simultaneously is corporations have invaded culture.
Absolutely.
Whereas the corporations start to absorb IP that have cultural enrichment, right? So you might think of it someone like QC sold to this or whatever, right? Because now it's like, oh, we're not just selling the music, we're selling the music flipped. It's before you would buy the Lil Wayne CD and you get a free T-shirt. Now you get the CD for free on streaming, but you buy the T-shirt. Right? So we have to figure out other ways to monetize this culture that we used to benefit off the backs of black people, black and brown people. Then simultaneously, it started to trickle down into the clubs. Then you got all these big corporations, One Oak and what's the other one? What's the
Nightingale?
No, not the company that owned.
What's the one on Sunset?
High? Yeah, I didn't talk about
the big company that owned all
Tile,
these Tile Group
Tile,
and like all these
H-Wood
people, and now they take over the nightclubs.
Yeah.
Then what you notice is the square footage of the sections grow and the dance floor shrinks.
Exactly.
I've actually been a victim of this as a working DJ. Hey, we playing all bottle service music. What you mean?
Wow.
What you mean? We just want all trap because the niggas buy more bottles with trap. We don't want people like dancing and shit. We just want. No, this is a real business, bro.
Yeah, I've never heard that before though.
No, this is a real thing.
I've heard the perspective of like sections are killing the clubs because nobody's dancing.
It does.
The hookahs is killing the clubs because the ladies are connected to the hookahs. But I've never heard somebody actually behind the scenes pulling the strings 100%. On the music that's being played. I never heard
I've been told numerous times, hey, don't play none of that LA shit by promoters who ran the club. I've actually been told by people who ran clubs, GMs, whatever, hey, we trying to sell bottles.
Yeah.
Fuck all that, whatever you finna do, we trying to sell these bottles. So play the Rick Rosses and the big over the top mute, the Drake or whatever you want to play, because we need niggas to spend money.
Yeah.
Fuck the club, fuck having a good time, fuck all that. I became a DJ because of the hyphy movement and Lil Jon. In real life, I think I give credit to Lil Jon, Manny Fresh, and Jermaine Dupri, who's my GOAT. Right?
Jermaine Dupri is your GOAT?
My GOAT.
That's my mentor.
Number one.
Yeah, that's my mentor.
JD, no. I've told him. So, and the reason being is because those three producers, JD, Manny Fresh, and Lil Jon, are not from any side, any sense of the word, this side of the Mississippi River, but they always produce music with tempo. Their biggest records are all tempoed music, all of them. And I thank them personally. I thank Manny. I've never had a chance to thank Lil Jon personally, but Manny, and I thank JD for this. They made music for people to move to, because if you go back to not to be a history lesson, but if you go back to the origin of music, right? Just the origin of music, not like Motown. I'm talking about like us communicating with sounds and us being in Africa.
Like swing low and all that?
No, nigga. I'm talking about
You talking about way before that.
I'm talking about Homo erectus.
Oh, shit.
Homo sapiens, right?
Okay.
The purpose of music and the advent of music was people going to war or people celebrating. And it was niggas beating on drums. Right?
Yep.
Music, we made it into a vanity thing. Did you hear what he said? That was crazy. Them some bars. We made it into vanity. Music moves people.
Yes,
that's the origin of music. Producers who understand that are successful. So going back to what I'm saying is, what they started to do is business took over the culture. Dance floor shrunk, sections grew. Now people aren't moving. Everybody in the club with their phones and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that's become the club experience. Unless you're in a strip club, not on the West Coast, because that ain't our culture. If you go down south, strip clubs, wow.
Oh, yeah. That is 100% fact. It's not y'all culture.
They got a couple here though. They got a couple here.
We don't do that. We don't need it. We don't do that. We don't need the sympathy. So
and listen, I was gonna die on it. I was like, no, they don't.
We don't. That ain't our culture. But our culture isn't built around that.
Yeah, it's not.
Our culture is also not built around DJs. Like if you go like wherever Bebe is in Dallas, that's where it's going.
Yeah.
Everybody going to Bebe. Oh, where Bebe at? Right. That's where everybody going. We don't have that out here because we are in an environment where you'll see Kylie Jenner at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You know, nobody give a fuck. Spank throwing a party at night and get, man, fuck Spank. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, but I'm just saying, nigga, I'll see that nigga on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a regular thing.
You know what I'm saying? I see him at the Lucky Strike. He always up there. I see him at, it's just nobody give a fuck.
Yeah.
So
it is like that out here though.
So anyway, long story short is what I'm saying is that was the detriment of how everybody convened and moved, and the clubs started to book people based on that. Now you got the girls who are the social influencers, they're DJs, and now they book them because they have a lot of followers and they can get people in. So it's just the business and it's more of an enterprising of the culture that killed it, if that makes sense. And it's not us enterprising it.
Understood. And I just recently seen something where I believe somebody tweeted it or some shit like that, but it said TDE is the best. Charlamagne said that.
Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, the greatest label of the West Coast.
Greatest label of the West Coast, and we start lightly having a conversation, and we couldn't find nothing to fight that.
I can't either. That's why I don't argue with this nigga. I stopped arguing with him like 2 years ago because I told him too.
See y'all arguing.
Oh no, we used to have it out. Like we be in the group chat and he'll say something. I'm like, I'm argumentative because like, no, bro, you from Monk's Corner. Like, no.
Yeah.
But then it's like, not like that. But I'm just saying, like, we'll argue about shit. And I just like, you know what? I just told him straight up. I'm saying, you know what? I'm no longer fighting you or arguing with you about shit. Because I don't have a real valid argument against the TD thing. And I had Schoolboy Q on my show, and I asked him, I said, Death Row or TD, everybody do that. And he was like, man, we got to do us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, the diversity, this is where Charlotte won the argument in the group chat. He said the diversity of, I should read it. I don't want to read it. But he said the diversity of artists, because Death Row is primarily hip hop.
Primarily, yeah.
Right? I mean, we had Nate Dogg, but Nate Dogg is hip hop.
Nate Dogg was hip hop.
Right.
Michelle A wasn't Death Row, was she?
But the diversity, even if you include her, the success and the diversity of artists,
it was hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go. I mean, they got arguably 3 to 4 superstars over there, and so Top started the label in 2004. Last year, TDE turned 20 years. What label first of all, have a 20-year run. Right. Second, create superstars over the course of 20 years and just dropped a new one last year.
West Coast wise, I can't think.
I can't argue against.
It'd be Cash Money in the South for me.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
But West Coast,
I can't argue. Like if somebody told me Cash Money is the greatest Southern label ever, I don't have an argument against that.
Right.
I don't know. I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to. There's no more mental resources I can allocate to that argument.
Yeah. I want to talk about TDE, man, because I ran into Top in the airport. It had to have been about maybe 2 months ago. I ran into Top in the airport. And I said, "What you got going on in Atlanta?" He said, "I just left Doechii show. She had a show out here." He said, "You know about Doechii?" I said, "I've heard the name. I'm not familiar with the music." He said, "Man, tap in, catch up with that." And I said, "Okay." And I promise you, when I had that conversation with Top, I just started seeing this young lady everywhere. Then she go out and she has the night that she had at the Grammys, and yeah, shout out to Doechii. And it was like, where the fuck did this come? Where did this come from?
Tampa.
Talent. Absolutely. Was it already brewing in LA, West Coast? Like, no. Catch me to speed.
No, Doechii's from Tampa, Florida.
And so that's why I ain't even know that.
Yeah, that's why her shit is the alligator shit, whatever. But Doechii's a generational unique talent. I look at her as the counter to SZA. Because obviously Doechii's a rapper. She can do melody too. Don't get it fucked up. But Doechii's greatness comes from her authenticity and her ability to be vulnerably honest, no matter what it is, right? She's uncomfortably honest in her music, but she's also uncomfortably honest to who she is front facing. You know what I mean? There was a girl. Nah, I ain't gonna say her name.
You got to get that queen her flowers. Get that queen her flowers.
There was a girl named Drea who I went to school with. Yeah. She wouldn't even check the mail without a full beat on her face.
Wow.
Check the mail. We in 7th grade, Spank. Who the fuck are you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you not Diana Ross, my nigga? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway.
Fucking hilarious.
Not like that, but like, bro, we in 7th to 11th grade, bro. I'm not going outside to check the mail. Jesus. You live in an apartment complex, champ. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, That shit bugs me.
No, I can
that shit irritates me, bro. But Doechii is on camera, just raw herself, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's been missing. That's why she said what she said when she earned her acceptance speech. It's like there's this ideology of beauty. There's this ideology of you have to be like, even for me, bro, I'm not gonna go to you with this. Bro, they told me.
Look at his face.
They told me. What he gonna say, bro?
They told me I had a face for radio, Lou. See, that's funny, right? That tickled the fuck out of you, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna bring this to you. I get where you're calling that.
Why you get it? Why you get it? Why you get it? Why?
I heard that too. I was on radio for a couple years. I heard that too.
Okay, so they told me I had a face for radio.
But I still be on TV though, so I get by.
That part, right? Then I do rhythm and flow. I'm in 130 countries. Then I do then I'm on television. I think that's what's missing in the ecosystem though, is people who dare to challenge the status quo, people who dare to go against the grain, challenge the system. I'm not talking about pissing in your Grammy. That's not what I'm saying, challenging the system. But challenging...
I think that's another shot. We gonna have to have a shot.
No. That's not nobody. No.
Say it again. Pissing in what?
I'm saying I'm not talking about like Rage Against the Machine, like pissing in a Grammy.
Okay.
I don't think that's the way to challenge the system.
Right, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I still operate with respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, my point is, I like people who are unapologetically themselves, and I like people who are unapologetically authentic to what it is that they came here to fucking do. Mm-hmm. And so Doechii is one of them people who, she has a lot to learn from a music industry standpoint, but the nuts and bolts of who she is, that's who she is. And I respect that. Like, hot take, I respect politicians. No need to name names, but it's like, if that's who you are, I respect that. Like, if you're willing to stand on that, I respect that. Don't code switch, don't pander, like, don't do those things. Like, if you're willing to stand, like, if Lou says, fuck Spank, right?
You said it before.
No, but if he stood on that shit.
Oh, he stood on that shit, yeah.
Like 50 Cent, he stand on everything he be saying.
Oh, yeah, he stand on it. Yeah.
He stand on it. He don't give a fuck. He'll dox a whole situation. Hey, you know what? This don't exist no more.
Right.
Just because I'm standing on what I'm standing on.
Even if you stand next to him, motherfucker, I don't fuck
the
with
whole,
you. I mean, fuck with you no more now.
I'm from the east side.
Yeah.
My homies told me, like, if you in the car,
yeah,
and with the whole car gotta go.
Damn.
That's what they told me.
Sheesh.
That's what was pumped into my cerebellum.
Right.
So, long story short is what I'm saying is, bro, I respect Doechii because I respect people who are willing to live and die with authenticity to who they are, and you can't do nothing but respect that.
And she can rap too, though.
She'll rap your ass under the table.
Yeah.
What up? It's Lou Will, 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. When the games tip off, the NBA action is just beginning on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Because FanDuel is your home for NBA live betting, so even if you miss the first few minutes of the game or want to bet on a fourth quarter comeback, you can make your picks on the first whistle until the final buzzer. And plus, you can even combine your live bets into the same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join. New FanDuel customers get started with $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com/UGL to join today. That's FanDuel.com/UGL for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas, an affiliate with the Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawals bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-8778-HOPE New York or text HOPE NY in New York.
Toxicity.
Yeah. How much of that shit do you deal with on Twitter every day?
Oh, my timeline's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
can imagine.
I think it's entertaining, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've blocked.
Do I follow you at? Let me see if I follow you at.
Spank don't fuck with me. I've blocked, I blocked a lot of humans and bots, you know what I'm saying, over the last year. But it's just not because, like, I don't want to see it. It's just that you're taking up real estate that could be allocated to people who actually have something of value to say or to interact with. So I really do it for real estate purposes. But there's a lot of toxicity in my time, especially when people crash out and talk shit about me, or some come out like a resurface clip of DJ Hed and Kevin Gates. It's like, bro, like.
Yeah, they told me about that today when you came here. They said you touched them or something?
I talk with my hands. So I'm talking like this. And I'm just, I guess I touched his arm.
Lightly tap Kevin Gates.
And he's like, please don't touch me.
Serious?
Like, but I'm a professional, so I'm a professional broadcaster. I'm like, I just kept going, doing my job. So to me, it wasn't like a big deal, but to everybody else, it was a huge deal.
Oh, so it wasn't an argument back and forth. It was like, you don't touch me.
No,
Cool.
it wasn't none of that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But the problem is, this is what I found out.
Yeah.
I found out that day, or that for that 10 days, I found out who I am.
Okay.
I was completely unaware at who I am and what I represent.
Right.
Because people had a real issue with that. You know what I'm saying? And so me being who I am from this city and the lineage that I come from, there was like a whole thing, and we were able to like, smooth it out. But I didn't, up until that point, I didn't realize the responsibility I had when the mics come on.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
To be honest with you, I didn't know. I didn't know that many people cared who I was or what I did or what I represent. I didn't know. That day I found out, it's like if you on the court and you get into it with somebody on the court and it's on ESPN or some shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get to your phone, you on the bus and you just putting fires out and you just like, oh, I didn't know.
No, we good.
You didn't even know that these people had a vested interest in Lou Will to the point where they're willing to do their own due diligences amongst the
fine shit.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit. So that's when I started taking it serious. Like, that's why I said, like, recently I can't, like, I was talking to Elliott Wilson about this on our latest episode. I'm like, I don't have the luxury of quote unquote, like, I can't come up here and crash out, like talk, because my phone gonna ring and the people that's calling, I gotta answer the phone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I have to go back to these people and be responsible and held accountable for the things I do and say, how I conduct myself and how I represent my city, my people, my culture. So I can't just do what everybody else do on the internet. Like I don't have that luxury. I look at it like a luxury, which I'm sure y'all probably have the same situations.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
How did y'all form together? You, Elliott Wilson, and the
Jeremy.
white guy, Jeremy.
Shout out to Jeremy.
And the white guy,
Shout out
Jeremy.
to Jeremy. He said he
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History. How did y'all come together though? How did that
So Elliott texted me. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever talked about this. Elliott texted me one day and said, "Hey, I'm doing this new show. I want you to come be a guest." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "All right, for sure." So I go pull up, and the graphic said the bigger picture with Elliott Wilson and Jeremy Hed, special guest DJ Hed.
Oh wow!
That's what the graphic said. Mm-hmm. When I got off the stage, the graphic said the bigger picture with Elliott Wilson, Jeremy Hed, and DJ Hed.
As soon as you was
so
done.
I was looking.
They got
So
me.
I was like, so when I got off, we had a conversation. Like, hey, can you come back next week? And I'm like, so what we doing, my nigga? Mm-hmm. Like, what we doing?
Right.
You know, are we doing the show or like was I a guest or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? You know, so it's like, nah, we want you to just come back and just all right. So then I just end up being that. That's how it worked out. That's how it worked out. Yeah.
No, it's dope as hell though. How you close with Kendrick? Elliott is all over the place. Man. I don't know what's going on. He talking shit about somebody, then he apologized, and
we talked about that too.
Right.
He said he stands on the standpoint that he's just honest. And everybody else is fake. Like he said, look, at least I'm honest that with my transgressions, I'm honest with how I feel about certain things. And I'm like, yeah, but you could be honest and say that 2 + 2 = 7. You know what I'm saying? Like that's also a thing.
That's still, that's your honesty.
Right. So I mean, you know.
No, that's tough. No, that's a good show though. That's a good show. Far as West Coast hip hop, right? If you think about it, all you hear is you figure L.A. and the Bay. But you know, West Coast consists of a lot. Is there any
Washington?
Artists is there any artists? Washington,
hell yeah,
Portland. Like where these guys at? Because I don't think or maybe I just don't know.
You don't know,
Maybe
but they got some shit down there. One of the homies. So there's I don't know if you remember a label called Funk Volume.
Nah.
So it's an underground type of label, but they had a rapper called his name was Hobson. He was.
I remember Hobson. He had the crazy eyes.
Yeah, so Hobson was on a label called Funk Volume.
You said what?
He had the crazy eyes.
Yeah, so they're from here, but one of his label mates at the time, his name is Dizzy Wright. He from Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, those people exist. Like Vegas. I when I say West Coast, I'm not talking about LA. I'm talking.
I know you're not.
I include Vegas. I include Montana. Like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where can we find these artists? Like
on the internet, Spank.
Just on the
internet. You go on your phone.
And you can say from Montana, and the artist will pop up.
You actually can. You actually can.
Like, where is
you really can type in a city,
they're on the internet.
Type that shit in.
The World Wide Web.
I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah. From what artist? From Montana?
Like Megatron. I mean, like this thing. What's this thing? Optimus Prime. We learn Earth's languages through the World Wide Web.
Yeah, while he looked that up, by the time this come out, the Super Bowl is gonna be over, and I'm sure it's gonna be an amazing show. Is there anything that you can give us in the room that we don't know already?
Yeah, in the room, right?
Yeah, we got edit power.
Just in the room.
Yeah, just for the room.
Yeah. Just for us. Yeah. And everybody back there. And them niggas over there. Yeah, it's gonna be a great show.
Yeah.
You know?
So is it
the list?
So the Grammys. Let's talk about the Grammys then, because the Grammys just happened. He swept it 5 for 5.
In these categories,
This was the I think the second diss song to win a Grammy. They said
it's the first.
J. No, Mama said Knock You Out. They said they won a Grammy.
Okay.
So that's a diss song to what was this dude? Who was it?
Kumo D?
Was it Kumo D?
Was it? All right.
That's what. All right. Well, old school right there. So yeah. So Kumo D. I thought it was the other dude.
What you mean? Oh yeah. Shout out to old school. What the fuck?
I thought it was the other dude.
That's a whole legend right there.
Yeah, it is.
It's about Kumo D? That's official?
The other guy, the young guy, that rap fast.
Yeah, that's the
Cannabis.
Cannabis.
That was years later though. That was way after. That's 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, so that was Kumo D. Okay, I'm old, bro, and I drink a lot, bro.
That's Kumo D.
But they said that won a Grammy too, though.
That was okay.
Yeah.
Bless his heart. Jesus, but God knows his heart. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, man. So for Kumo D. So what was I getting to, man? God damn.
5 Grammys.
5 Grammys. This song. There we go. This song. We had a West Coast artist on here. Shout out to our boy Simba. And this was right when the beef was about to start. And he said, one thing about West Coast, Spank, you got to know, we crash out. So
he said we down to crash out about it.
This before any song dropped. So I was like, okay, all right. So let me.
No, it might have been after like the first.
Push-ups?
Yeah, I think the first Drake record had came out. This was because before Kendrick hadn't responded yet.
He hadn't responded yet.
When we spoke to Simba, Kendrick hadn't responded yet, and he said, "What he got to know about us is we down to crash out about it. I don't think he's willing to get his hands that dirty with this shit." I think that
basically
was
what he said.
Yeah,
so
I'm probably paraphrasing.
Yeah, and then it had me thinking, Tupac. That's why I fucked your bitch. I'm like, God damn. Fucking no Vaseline, Ice Cube. Yo, these niggas really do crash the fuck out. So what is your top 5 diss songs from the West Coast?
Not Like Us, best rap performance. Not Like Us, best music video. Not Like Us, song of the year. Not Like Us, best rap song of the year. Not Like Us, record of the year.
That's your top 5.
Hey, you know what I like about the battle? Just being a fan was how quick the narratives changed. Because at first they was like, oh, he can't make a bop.
Bro.
Yeah.
Let's be clear for the timeline because when I started being vocal, it was not good on this side. Everybody was like, bro, Elliott Wilson, and everybody was, I don't know, Hed.
Is he gonna drop?
I don't know. I'm taking every fade. I'm on the internet, I'm swinging for A&T.
Crashing out.
Swinging for A&T, right?
Crashing out. Real.
I'm on the internet swinging for A&T, bro. And, bro, shout out to the kids. That's a drumline reference. But yeah, I'm like, it wasn't cool to be on this side of the line of scrimmage at that point. And I'm just like, the thing is, to be honest, I know the homie. So because that's the homie, I already know. When I started getting involved when I got involved, I didn't try to get involved. When I got involved, I know this nigga. Like, I know the homie. He, like, I ain't had to talk to him. I didn't have to text him. I already know what he on. And then, the rain came. You know what I'm saying? But I think, like, what people don't understand about, it's not that we're gonna crash out. What it is there are people that have came before us, there are people here, and there are people that are gonna come after us that's willing to live and die by their respect. They just not going for no disrespect in any way, shape, or form. And the thing is, like I've said before, like, I came up, like, Jackie is my mom. I had a fantastic mother, a black woman, 3 kids by herself, master's degree. Like, she.
Shout out to Miss Jackie.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Jackie. I follow you on IG. I be seeing your posts.
So that's another problem why I have dating problems, because Jackie is some shit. Like, who are you? You know what I mean? But anyway. Not like that.
But like that.
But I'm just saying, like, my mom raised me a certain way. I wasn't raised like this, like these other individuals, right? But then I came up under these dudes, like Top and like Glasses, and like these dudes who showed me a different level of manhood that doesn't exist amongst the masses, right? And so, because I learned manhood from dudes who operated from a different set of code that are outside of civilian norms, I don't operate in the same way, because I'm not a criminal, and I don't do criminal things and commit,
No more.
Correct.
Yeah.
You can pray for me.
Nah, I got you, bro. I got you.
So
It's maturation. It's maturation.
I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying I learned through these things, and because of that, it's not that we're willing to crash out. It's just that these dudes are not playing. And that's what I said at the beginning of the back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, bro, like, everybody ain't playing.
Yeah.
And I learned that from being with street dudes.
For sure.
Because I'm funny. I got jokes. My name is Hed, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta have jokes for shit like that.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm
For sure.
saying? Like, I didn't choose that name. Niggas made fun of me. So,
So take your hat off.
nigga, I'm not one. I'm really who I am, Spank. You know what I'm saying? Why they call you Spank?
Y'all niggas was sick.
Why?
It was like the little fat chubby kid, you know what I'm saying?
That
back
makes
in the
sense.
day.
So look. So
Let me unfollow you back on Twitter.
So what I'm saying is, like, bro, when it all cracked off, I'm like, bro, one thing I learned from street dudes is everybody ain't playing. Just even on the court, like, you might be able to get some jokes off, talk a little shit here and there, but everybody ain't playing. Yeah. Draymond gonna drag you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
choke you.
I'm not really. If I'm an astute, aware individual, I'm not gonna go into the game like, yeah, I'm finna get on Draymond's nerves. That's not what I'm thinking. Right? Because he's made examples of people.
Oh, for sure.
And I don't want to be on the highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in the YouTube compilation. So what I'm saying is, going into this, I think there's a lack of cultural nuance in which people on that side of the line of scrimmage didn't understand. And that was what I was trying to vocalize through the whole process when it first cracked off. Bro, just go make your bops. Leave this nigga, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? This specific one, this Draymond, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Cause he gonna crash out. He gonna pay the fines, and he gonna wait outside.
Well, let me ask you this though, Hed, because he didn't before that he didn't have a reputation of being that type of MC. Which
also is the duality of us. Because most street dudes I know, you would never know that they was that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Rich, I ain't gonna blow his spot up, but one of Glass's big homies, right? He from his neighborhood. We call him Boo. He he really one of them ones. But he dressed like J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would never know, but he like this whole bro, some of the stuff that I've been privy to, it's like unreal. And I literally just asked my mother this, right? I said, did you know like who I was hanging out with coming up in the music business? She was like, yeah, I met why would you let me hang out with these niggas? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what these niggas was doing?
Right.
Like, you just let me go on trips with these niggas? Like, I started to question your intellectual prowess. Like,
Come on, mama.
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm on my mom now, but yeah, like I learned masculinity from these people, and that's the lack of cultural awareness on that side, where it's like, bro, you can make memes, you could do jokes, all that.
Right.
That worked for certain individuals. That ain't gonna work over here, because this over here is some real culturally potent shit you fucking with. This is 100 proof. And everybody ain't finna drink a bottle that's 100 proof. Like, you can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it.
I ain't gonna lie, I got wind of it when he did that BET Cypher though. And he came at everybody. I was like, the control.
Control, yeah.
This is what nobody knows.
Yeah.
That was him playing.
Wow.
That was him just playing. This is why I wish people knew how funny he is.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize he's hilarious. He got jokes.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kev booked him for Vegas weekend. We did R.I.P weekend.
Is
He
Kev
came
funny?
out. Yeah, Kev's funny.
Exactly, because he's little.
Yeah.
Same.
He said,
He said because he little.
What? No, I'm not saying that.
funny because he little.
Bro, you gotta
have tough skin.
Bro, if you have a physical inefficiency in this society, what? You know what I'm saying? You have to have chops, bro.
Yeah, no,
you got
for sure.
to. You got to be able to talk to women. You got to be able to pop it. Or else you're not going, through natural selection, you're not going to survive.
Right. No, that's real. That's real.
The records that came after that, the GNX album, was that something that was already getting worked on? Did all of that come from after that?
To my knowledge, GNX came together hella fast.
Yeah.
But it was intentional. Like, I talked to him about that. It was.
I feel like some of the songs on there was just in case if the battle kept going.
No? I can't speak for him.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
No.
Okay.
This album, GNX, was extremely, like, because we talk about it now, it's like even the stuff we're doing now with artists from here, the GNX album was intentionally for what it did.
For what it did, okay.
Yeah, these artists you never heard of on Billboard Hot 100.
Right.
To this day, right?
That's facts.
So, like, that's the purpose of the GNX. Yeah. Because we're working on shit now, so to speak, where it's the same.
I heard another album was coming. I heard.
I don't have no knowledge of that.
But what y'all working on?
No, we're working on a collective effort to ensure the success.
Tell us about it, bro.
So we started doing this. So I had this idea it's like a collection, right? I had a conversation with him about what we're doing in the effort, right? And so I told him I'm gonna do my part. And my part consists of, like, the artists, they trust me, they look up to me, whatever the case may be, right? So my part is I go and I make sure I mentor the artists, I provide them with resources, but I also put them in the studio, because a lot of what's going on in this generation, which is why music is so microwavable, is everybody goes in and they think they Hove, where they can just freestyle a hit record.
Yeah.
Where people make fun of Drake and people make fun of Kanye, but that's collective input is how you make great music. It's through collective input, right? You can't win, how long, what does it say, 10 years? You can't be a champion for 10 years on the court by yourself. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even what you do, it might be you up there by yourself on doing stand-up, but you have people you bounce ideas off of. You might got a group chat or Slack or whatever you got, but then you also might have rooms that you go work out in, because you can't just go up there and do a 1 hour special for 10 years straight and win consistently.
For sure.
It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Music is the same way. It's a collective thing. So if you are not a generational talent, which how many LeBrons are there? And how many, like, if you're not that, don't act like you're that, bro. You not Hove. Don't go in the booth and freestyle because Guru's sitting there and you freestyling and you think you finna make a hit record. It don't work like that. Right. Go get you a hit. What I'm doing and what we're doing is we're putting people in positions to be successful in that way. So I'll give you an example. Like Lefty Gunplay is on TV Off, right? Mm-hmm. He has those bars at the end.
Crazy, scary, spooky,
yeah.
Hilarious.
Exactly. So Lefty Gunplay, what people don't know is Lefty Gunplay just came home. Like this shit, like in 2024.
Yeah, when I saw the interview, I said, oh, he just came home.
He did 10 years, right? I had a conversation with him in the studio, and he was like, bro, I fuck with you. And I'm like, why? He was like, because you don't have to fuck with me. You don't have to be here with me right now, but you are. And he's like, bro, I did 10 years Pelican Bay, 4-yard main line. Like, that's what I was on, bro. And like, thank you for fucking with me. Like, cause you and K-Dot, y'all don't have to embrace me, especially like, cause the black and brown shit, but that's some LA shit that we trying to work out amongst each other. That ain't for Memphis or Atlanta or New York to understand. That ain't for y'all. That's for us to work out. So like my family used to say, we don't conduct business in front of strangers, in front of outsiders. Like that's family business. So the black and brown shit, leave that shit to us. Don't worry about that. But when it comes to community, that's what I'm trying to put around these dudes. So I went to him and I went to who he signed to. Shout out to my guy Soulless, and I was like, look, I want to put Lefty in. I call it a boot camp. It's not a boot camp, but it's like I want to put him in this system that we kind of came up with. That I'm trying to orchestrate, where we make sure that y'all have viable records that's gonna work in the marketplace, and because
that's gonna slap. That's your line.
It gotta slap.
Gotta slap.
Gotta slap.
It gotta slap every time. So that's what we did, and the Can't Get Right record was a product of that, which is going crazy right now. It's Lefty and Jason Martin Problem, but he was the first person that we put through there, and then we have a council that we convene with. It's like it's me, is Problem, is Mike and Keys, Terrace Martin is included in that, Mustard, and then we send stuff to Dot, and he give us a thumbs up or whatever, and then we proceed. And that's I'm trying to run it like a factory. Like, okay, like I've had 3 artists go through there now, where it's like, they got some shit now. Like, not that they didn't have it before.
It's just more structure.
I need you to win. That's what and I'm not one of the people, like, I've never received points on it. I've been helping people do this for years, for the last 15 years of my career. I've never gotten points on a record. I've never gotten back in. I don't got any stake in nobody. I just need you to win because you represent me and I represent you. It's just community. And I think that's what others do better than we do in our community. Whereas it's like we just don't embrace each other for nothing that's outside of personal gain. It's just that the more successful you are, the more successful Kev is, the more successful Spank is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that community is important, and that's what I'm trying to build.
Absolutely. Before I wrap up, man, with you, I want to know, arena tour is stadium tour.
Yeah.
Is on the way.
We need some tickets.
That's good. Good luck.
Dot, SZA, obviously you'll be active in that.
Define active.
Are you working? You DJing?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
As of now. Well, when did you get the call to do the pop-up? Wasn't it like last minute?
About a week out.
There you go. So tour don't start till what? March, April? So yeah, you good.
About a week and a half out, yeah.
There you go. You good. You be straight. I got faith in you, Hed. Come on,
because you want to go.
Exactly. You said you get 5 passes.
No, that was for the pop-out. That was for the form.
For the form. But
He's doing SoFi 2 nights.
I want to go to the Toronto show.
Me too.
Hey, go ahead, Spank. Before we wrap up, go ahead and get your shit out, because I know
it's not a football. It's the baseball stadium, bro.
Oh
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Roger.
I want to see that. I just want to take in that energy.
Yeah.
So you're connected with Cash Money though, in a way, because you opened up for.
Oh no, yeah, we fuck with them.
Yeah. How you saying like we fuck with? Okay.
No, I'm saying like cause so. I'm with Glasses, G Malone, right? That's my
Glasses.
That's my OG, right? Mm-hmm. So we were signed to Cash Money.
Okay.
Yeah. When during like his run with them, so like they always showed us love. Like we never had no problems. Like it was always good.
Did it seem like it was about to get into Drake bringing on big homie Lil Wayne after Lil Wayne tweeted, I ain't saying nothing to nobody. Why y'all put my name?
I think that came from the Super Bowl shit.
That came from the Super Bowl shit? Yeah, the Super Bowl shit, because Kendrick got the Super Bowl.
I'm confused. So what?
You don't remember Lil Wayne tweeting at the...
yeah, I remember that.
Kendrick said, on the song, I let Lil Wayne
down. Lil Wayne down.
Yeah, so then they said Lil Wayne tweeted.
Yeah,
and said,
I remember that.
Keep my name out of it.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel like, oh shit, Lil Wayne about to get in this too? So,
nah. I never thought that Wayne... First of all, Snoop did it right. Again, it's a different lineage, right? Mm-hmm. The way my elder statesmen move from this side move differently than the way that most other elder statesmen move. It's just a certain level of esteem and bravado that you move with. Snoop was like, you right, you got it, little homie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had the same conversation with Wack one day, and he was like, nigga, because I told him he was wrong about some shit one time. Yeah. And he was like, bro, if you tell me I'm wrong, I got to just eat that, because you wouldn't tell me no shit like that, and you wouldn't say it disrespectfully, but you wouldn't tell me that unless it was the truth. And as OGs or big homies or whatever we consider ourselves, we still have to listen to what you say, even if we might not move based on what you say, but we still have to respect where you're coming from as men. Right. It's not an emotional thing. I think when people lash out emotionally is how you run out in the middle of the street and realize this car's coming.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Well, DJ Hed, before you go, man, we got this thing called an Underground Lounge Fuck It Bucket. Bunch of questions, ideas in here. You pull some out, read it out loud. Only rule about the bucket.
Let's get to this.
Only rule about the bucket, you just can't lie to us.
I can't lie. So it's called the Underground Fuck It Bucket.
Yeah.
Cash only fuck it. What does that mean?
I don't know. That's just
at one point we had a guest on. Well, not a guest. We had a co-host on, and they didn't like the curse word. So they were saying whenever we curse, we had to put money.
All right. So I pick one out of here.
Yeah,
it's a question or it's a statement.
It's a question. It could be both.
All right. So I just pick one.
It can be anything. It's statements, questions, truth or dares, all type of shit in there.
All right. So I pick one, and then what we do?
Just read it out loud, and we go from there.
You answer it, then you know.
If you could have any absurd superpower related to love, what would it be? None.
Related to love?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah, I got one. I got that.
Related to love, man. I don't want to venture off into another topic, but
go ahead, you can. That's what the bucket for.
All right, Spank.
Yeah.
Without looking around and without breaking eye contact.
Yeah.
What is love?
What is love?
What is it?
Love is, I was married before. So
what is it?
Love is, I'm trying to make up a little time so I can get it together.
No, don't make it up. Tell me what you think love is.
I was married for 8 years, you know what I'm saying?
But how'd that work out?
Yeah, I got a divorce.
So what is love, Spank?
To me, love is someone that you connect with on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying?
So a pastor?
No, you don't connect. I don't go to church, so I wouldn't know that. I don't go to church.
Blue. Stay right there.
I don't have
Stay right there, champ.
I don't have
outside in the streets.
You had your hold on.
I had my chance. You right. Go ahead.
Lou, what is love, bro?
I don't have a intelligent answer for that.
Exactly. That's the truth. That was a real nigga answer right there.
So you don't believe in love?
I think. You want me to be honest?
Because I don't know if I don't.
Okay.
It take me a second. It's something.
Get it out, my brother.
I just told you I didn't have an intelligent answer. I just tell both of you niggas I didn't have an intelligent answer. Yeah. But it don't necessarily gotta be like a person to me.
Okay.
Like I can go to a restaurant 3-4 times and sit there that third time, be like, you know what? I fucking love this restaurant. Right. I rock with this restaurant.
So it's a feeling.
I have a hot take.
It's a okay.
It's a feeling.
You the guest, bro. There ain't nobody come listen to me talk.
I think that if you ask 100 people what love is, you get 100 different definitions. The purpose of diction and vernacular is to have defined words to articulate our thoughts.
Oh, slow down, nigga. You're using all these big words and shit.
I was with you.
Go ahead, I got you.
I lost you?
Diction, vernacular.
So when people say love is this, it's like, how do you know that? Love is a feeling. Okay, so I had a back and forth with one of my mentees, right? She's wide-eyed, bushy. She's 26. She don't know shit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, she's like, I love this, and I'm like, hey, I asked her the same question. What is love? That's why this is fresh on my brain. She says that love is a feeling. Okay, what is a feeling? Right? A feeling is your physiological reaction to stimulus. That's what feeling is, right? So now. Lou, I'm sorry, Lou.
Nigga look nervous over here, though.
So listen, just hear me out.
Yeah.
It'll be quick. So I'll say, what is love based on that feeling? She said, you just know. Okay, bet. So you love what? She said, I love this person.
Yeah.
I said, you know that, right?
Yeah.
She says, yes. I said, why do you know that? She said, because that's what I feel it. I think it. I said, no, you do think it. Because love comes from your brain. Love is a signal being sent through your brain, right? Your cerebral cortex, and love is being processed as a thought. And your reaction to how you feel about this person is the thought that you have. So love is a signal. Like when you push up on a joystick, the nigga goes that way, right? Does that make sense? It's a signal,
Yeah.
right? Am I good?
No, I got you,
okay.
I got you.
So it's a signal being sent to your brain based on the reaction that you're having to something.
Yes.
Spank.
Yeah.
How do you know that you have to take a shit?
It's a feeling.
My stomach started bubbling. It's a feeling.
And then it's a feeling, right? But what tells you that it's time to go to the bathroom?
That's what my brain telling me.
Exactly. So what's the difference between love and taking a shit?
Hold on, fam.
No. Listen,
Hold on, fam.
just hear me out. Hear me out. Think about this.
Everybody full of shit, though,
Hey.
so.
No, hear me out, bro. No, hold on. Hear
Go
me out,
ahead.
bro. It's a signal being processed by your brain.
Yeah, it's still a signal.
It's just a signal.
Right. Okay. I see where you're going with this. Okay.
I just broke it down to prime numbers. It's
Right.
not complicated.
Yes.
So when people ask me, do I love something? Based on what you human beings have told me love is, yes, I love a bunch of people.
Okay.
I'm just real enough to understand that I don't know what love is. We only know what we know up until we don't know it. Meaning, like when I was growing up, they told me it was 7 planets, then it was 8, now it's 10.
Right.
We only know up until our intellectual
Yeah, science
capacity.
change every time.
Does that
Science
make
change
sense?
every
So a
time.
fact is only a fact until it's not a fact no more. So when somebody
So
asks
prove
me,
it
"Do you love me?" In theory, yes. I have a deep affirmation for you
Until you don't no more.
until I don't no more.
This nigga saying all
That's
this
why.
to say here polygamous.
And that's why.
saying all this to say here polygamous, man.
Hey,
I can't afford to be polygamous.
you gonna answer the question today?
I don't know what love is.
He don't know
All
what
right.
love is.
Well, what would be your
Let me read the question again.
Your physical. Let's change the question. Let's change the question.
If you could have any absurd superpower related to love, based on what you humans call it, what would it be?
You humans, what are you, nigga? Hold on.
Well, nowadays I can identify as whatever I want. So I am a flesh-covered automaton.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, let me Google this shit.
you
What the fuck is that,
I gotta
man?
look that shit up.
Oh, what?
So if I could have any absurd superpower, it would just probably be. I would really like to understand certain things, certain components of love, like why you people crash out, or like what's the purpose of taking your homegirl and sitting outside the nigga house, like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit
I would
like
really love to understand the nuances of that conversation, because I don't get it.
Well, shit. Man, fuck all that. If I had a motherfucking superpower, I want my orgasm to last longer. Damn,
That's very,
nigga, what?
that's extremely Neanderthal-like of
It
you.
might be. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
I can see that.
You don't need fucking words. Fuck you, man. All right, I got one. This is a better one. Would you rather have a partner who is great in bed but terrible at conversation, or the opposite?
What do you think? Exactly. Based on this conversation, what do you think?
I'm always gonna say great in bed. Shit.
Well, to be honest with you, I'd rather have conversation.
You rather have conversation?
I tell women, like, bro, let's keep the sex, because that's only gonna convolute our relationship, and that's not a game. People think it's game. I
It
really
definitely sound like game.
No.
Because I'm about to use that. You say convolute? You say what's the word?
Convolute.
Convolute. Yeah, okay.
It taints. It contaminates. You know, contaminate. It
know that.
contaminates the relationship, because vagina is market price. You don't know how much it costs till after you consume it. Like it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
different prices. It's
It's-
definitely
so
different
what-
prices.
That is a clip. I like that. I like that.
No,
That's
I'm
a
just
clip.
saying-
I like
Say, clip
that.
that.
You don't know what it's worth until
You don't
get
know.
a little
You don't
bit
know
of that.
because not because of how good it is, but
Yeah.
she could be a headache. She could be
Yeah, what it's
a
worth to you. What
psychopath.
it-
She could
yeah,
be
that's a
clingy.
fact.
She could want to marry you tomorrow. It's like, bro, I got shit to do tomorrow. I got to do the podcast, and I can't marry you tomorrow.
Yeah.
My date full. that day.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Wednesday.
Pass it to Lou, yo.
Last one.
No, we're gonna have him do one more. Fuck that. After this, he's gonna do another one. We're gonna be running out too. We need some more questions.
All right. Let me see what I got here. What's your biggest turnoff that most people wouldn't guess? My biggest turnoff that people wouldn't guess. I feel like I answered this already. I pay attention to how a motherfucker eat.
Person eat?
Yeah, we can never be together, my nigga.
You, like,
Damn, so you smacking in there?
we
with your fingers?
All that.
yeah, I think that's one of my.
I took a woman to crab boil our first time out because I just wanted to see what she was gonna do.
Yeah, it was a bad pick, but it was a genius pick because
if you can't do this with me, we ain't gonna work anyway. Because we gonna go. I'm gonna go every time.
You got to the bottom of that shit.
Off rip. I like to knock my shit out in 90 minutes.
That's one for me. One is how you eat. If you don't know how to eat like neatly, you ain't gotta be like, just how you carry yourself. And another big turnoff is how you speak to people in the service industry.
That's what I was
saying.
saying. Yeah, that's me right there.
What about walks? That be throwing me, bro.
What you mean,
bro? Like you see like the Instagram, right? And they just everything is. And all that, and it's be sensual and angelic, and then they walk like Shrek. You ever seen that? Like I seen this woman, right? Like no disrespect. No disrespect.
We talking about all this West Coast bullshit earlier.
We should have started with the fucking bucket. We should have started.
No disrespect. But look though, look, Lou, look. If a woman is walking away from you, you should not just be able to see the palm of her hands clear. That's crazy.
You don't want.
You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen that? Like, you never?
Shit. Oh my God, man.
Bro, you ain't never seen that?
You feel what he said?
Lou, you ever seen that?
I got it.
It's the wildest shit ever, bro. Like I can see your
whole
palm.
God, the whole palm.
Both of them, no.
Both of them,
in
not just
unison.
one,
They in unison swinging like this.
Oh, okay, all right.
She got some shoulders on her.
I'm rolling. All right.
It's just not graceful to me.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the women that walk with their palms out. Just not for me.
So that shit turned off.
That's crazy.
Hey, let's get no, it's not. Let's give him another one, yo.
Come on, all right, one more here. We gotta move on, man.
I didn't know that was so crazy.
No,
I thought every person paid attention to stuff like I pay attention to little shit like that.
Little shit like that?
Yeah.
I see how you got on that other show too, by the way. Now,
What show?
Now I see it with the bigger
Elliot
picture.
Wilson and
I
us?
see
Yeah.
why they added you to the shit, because I kind of want you to do our show now.
Hey, let me know. You know what I'm saying? What's your most embarrassing oops moment during intimacy? During intimacy?
Sex.
That's for him. Most embarrassed? I don't get embarrassed. But the most oops moment is okay. It depends. What y'all rating on this show?
Rated R, brother. Let's go, man.
Let's
go.
Do kids watch this?
Mine, but other than that, I don't know.
So I tried something I wasn't a fan of.
Okay.
I think okay, look.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You got the flow.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
Get that
Wrong
shit
hole, but go ahead.
no.
Oh, okay.
No,
that's where I thought you was
That's
going.
what I thought you was going.
She wanted that.
Oh, she wanted the.
She
okay.
wanted that.
Okay.
And I'm not a fan.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Thug life. So there was a situation where the hotel that we was at, bro. I would have loved to put a camera in there to see when the maid came in there to see the dismay that existed in that.
Sheesh.
Dismay means like.
No, I got you. Okay. Dismay. I'll let you know when I don't know the word. I'll let you know. Trust me.
Spank said dismay me.
Yeah, it was. Have you ever been to Pink's in Hollywood?
The hot dog spot?
Yeah.
I can't say I have. I seen
Roll
it
by
though.
it, though. Roll by it, though.
Yeah, I seen it.
You know what
before.
they do? You ever been to Tommy's?
No, what's Tommy's?
Just Google Tommy's Burgers and see what they serve there.
Okay.
And it was a time. What a time to be alive, boy. I did.
You said Tommy's Burgers, right?
Yeah, we had to. I would have. incinerated the entire hotel room. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. It traumatized me for a long time, I ain't gonna lie. Where you ever tried that before?
I'm waiting for the image of the burger spot.
Yeah, Tommy's
Before I know
Burger.
Before I know what I'm saying. What's wrong?
Original Tommy's World Famous.
Yep.
Oh, chili dog. Oh my God, a chili dog.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all like I tell women that I'm talking to.
God.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Chili
Hey,
dog.
Lou, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
You
tell
said
you,
that was the sheets.
bro. It was nasty work in there. So look, in final, just like I tell women, don't ask me shit you don't want no answer to.
You right.
Because I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
And we not gonna answer. We gonna leave it at that. Hey, DJ Hed, I appreciate you stopping by the lounge.
Definitely
This
do,
was
bro.
amazing. Good luck with all your endeavors. Make sure y'all check out the bigger picture. Make sure y'all check out Effective immediately.
Please do.
DJ Hed is doing his thing. This has been another episode, another installment of the Underground Lounge. Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you.